Hi everyone, it's Giselle with a message about how the attitude of I'll believe it when I see it is just the wrong one to have, particularly on this twin flame journey, but actually applies to pretty much everything in life if you are wanting to build, create, and manifest the life of your dreams. And what we should be doing is saying, I believe it, and then I know that I'll see it, but I believe it already. Um, because when you approach this connection with an attitude of, well, I have to physically see things changing first, then that is the thing that causes the stagnation in the connection. That's where you'll start to feel that things aren't moving forward. If you want to create a evolving, well, what appears to be evolving connection, you'll have to put the belief and faith into it, because things are naturally evolving anyway. Things are naturally progressing every single second. But the reason why we are constantly seeing it in an undesired way, where things seemingly are stagnant, is mostly because we have this attitude of show me first and then I'll believe. Things don't always show themselves physically to begin with either. It's not like your beloved is going to give you a step by step update on how they're doing on their journey. Oh, by the way, today I've managed to get rid of this fear and this insecurity and this happened and this. It's not like that, because they're not prepared to openly discuss what they view as their weaknesses to you, the person that they adore, and wants for them to adore them back, you know? They don't see it as an attractive feature to display all of this insecurity to you. So you're not going to see it. But as long as you have the belief, the trust, and the capacity for not looking at the physical world the way it is right now and wanting to create your ideal world, then you can make things shift. The desires that you have can also be likened to a seed that you're planting into the ground. You've given birth to this desire, it's now a seed, you're putting it into the soil, you're watering it with very positive thoughts and warm feelings. But for a while, there will be a gestation period. You're not going to be immediately expecting it to sprout into whatever, it's a flower or a tree or some corn or whatever it is that you've planted. You cannot go, okay, I've planted it, so I'm going to just check in with it tomorrow and see if it's already started to sprout. It's all being done behind the scenes. It's all being done in the ground. So you're not going to see the visible effects on the physical plane from that yet. But you know that you've planted it, and you know that it's doing its thing. You know that it's gestating and that it's growing. And this is where it's also good to expect it to take its time, but at the same time, and I know it's tricky, to release any ideas to do with time, because things can happen quicker than you expect them to. And I know I've given this example many, many times, but with works changes, there was this one particular manager that I quite liked, and all I thought to myself was, wouldn't it be nice if I was part of his team? But then I didn't give it any more thought. I didn't go, every single day, please, universe, I want to be part of that team. Please, universe, I don't want to have anyone horrible. Please, universe. I didn't give it any more thought than, wouldn't it be nice if? And I left it because I knew that the team changes and the company changes were imminent anyway. I didn't know how long. I didn't realize it was going to be 6 weeks, but I didn't even care. I didn't care because I knew that changes were imminent, and I put my request out to the universe, and whether it did or didn't happen actually didn't really bother me. It wasn't life or death. And nothing really should be life or death, to be fair. We are making things too dramatic, more dramatic than they need to be. So really just be calm and know that your seed has been planted and that things will happen imminently. So if you can shift yourself out of the attitude of, I'll believe it when I see it, then things will just be so much more easy for you. Because what you can already see has already manifested. What you can already experience has been weeks, maybe months, maybe just days in the making, but it's already here, which means that the manifestation of it has already occurred. You are in the driver's seat when it comes to creating your world, when it comes to manifesting the things that you want. So do you want to have a particular outcome on the physical? Then you are going to have to put some effort into closing your eyes to what you can physically see and stop taking that as proof that things have gone a certain way. Because if you keep taking that as your evidence, then you're just going to create more of that. But the magic and the power and the true manifestation lies in the ability to being able to close your eyes to the physical plane and overriding it with your desire, with your preferred outcome. I just feel that there isn't very much that I can do, and people say things to me like, I want to believe, but then there's this showing up in my world. And even though I've already told them numerous times, well, you'll have to close your eyes to that and just create what it is that you want. Yes, but look, the evidence shows me this. Isn't it true? Look, this is what's happening in my world. Yes, that's what you're seeing. But you're not seeing behind the scenes. You're not peeking under the soil. You're not knowing what is going on backstage. I can give you a glimpse of what's going on backstage when we have a reading and we go through the energies and what's currently present there. And I know that that's all you have to go by. But if you're not willing and prepared to have faith and trust in the process and in your own ability, not me, I'm only here as another tool, another help to get you to have a sneak peek of the backstage. But you don't have to put your faith in me. You don't even have to believe what I'm telling you. But if you don't have faith in yourself and know that you can do it, because it's not me who's going to do it for you, it's going to be you who will be doing this for yourself. If you have no faith in yourself, then you might as well give up now because there's no hope. You have the ability to make things happen. You have a hand in this. You have the power to create more of what it is that you're wanting. And how do you do that? You switch off everything unwanted. Yes, it's easier said than done, but if you're willing to put in the time and invest, and you have had a reading with me, you were willing to pay for the half an hour or the hour session, but then you fall right back into the old beliefs of what was, then it's kind of a bit of a waste of money, don't you think? I mean, I've given it my best, but if you're not kind of picking up on the advice and implementing all the tools that we've talked about to help you achieve this, then What was the point? I know I sound very, very direct, because I am. But if I don't express things in this way, then people just tend to fall back into the old loop. And I'm not here to sugarcoat things and to wrap you up in cotton wool and say everything's going to be all right. You have to put the work in. You do. And it's not physical work. It's not I have to contact this person and make sure that they speak to me every day. It's not that physical work. It's work within yourself. It all starts with you. It all starts from within. If you want a certain outcome, you're gonna have to start seeing that outcome. If you can't see it with your physical eyes, close them and use your third eye. And what I've been telling people lately as well is about the third eye. If you imagine it being in the center of your forehead, it's too much stuck in your mind and in your brain, and your brain is the place where doubts can come creep in and logic can come and try and talk you out of things. But if you imagine your third eye being in your heart, and you can feel the reality that you're wanting to create, then you've made a massive step in the right direction. Feeling is the secret. I say this a lot to people. Feeling truly is a secret. People have said, not just to me, but to many, many others, oh, that book, The Secret, is a load of nonsense. And to be fair, I haven't read it because I've experienced other things and other ways of getting what I want. But they said it was very lacking in the sense that, you know, it seems like there was still a piece missing. Well, it's the feeling, it's the emotion, it's to be able to feel. Your heart carries so much more energy than your brain can. And it expands out so much further because feelings, when you feel something pure and true, no doubt can come in creeping in because there's no space for it. So when you are creating your ideal reality, make sure that you go in to your heart. Place your hand there if you must so that you feel the power of it. Expand it out with every breath that you take and put your third eye there in your heart where you can experience the reality that you want. And because emotions are so real, it'll bypass that doubting mind. And if you can be and stay there for a few minutes a day, then you're going to notice tremendous changes. And the universe is always there to give you hints and breadcrumbs to say, look, here's a little thumbs up. You're on the right path. And the more that you can see them and show gratitude for those little breadcrumbs, the more that you know that your plant that you've planted into the ground is ready to hatch and to be showing itself on the physical by sprouting out its little leaves. And then you'll understand, yes, my hard work has paid off. Well, it shouldn't be hard, it should be easy work. My easy work has paid off, and now I have what I want. I hope that this has helped you, and if you'd like to connect with me, then all my details are in the link. Thank you all so very much for watching, and have a beautiful day. Namaste.